done. We had a case of our in this side now the Legion team over here. Farmaroso fans, they went for more of a strategy of we want to group up, push, team fight very early on. If it doesn't work, then it's going to be a disaster. Well, unfortunately, it was the latter. It was a disaster. And not to the credit, though, of course, the other team, Mooing Cow's House, they did play it very well and deserving of that victory. So congratulations for them to taking game number 1 right there. But we'll see if things perhaps change up here in the second game or not. But again, here we are on the round of 64. What is the first round here for the Ultimate Series Pandasoul tournament, aka the Ultimate Wild Soul Avatar. People have been having fun with that, I'm sure. So, and again, this event it is a lockpick tournament, just like the Monkey King was. I guess that one did go fairly well. So, why not keep that format at least continuing for now? But on top of that, it's a gold coin prize pool as well as Ultimate Avatars for the top 3 team. 3 teams here of this Wild Soul tournament. But again, it's getting people practice. If anything, it's getting content for us and keeping the community happy and busy. So nothing wrong with that. Just having some fun with it. You're on Honcast. So we are moving along here, though, as far as this game is concerned. I did catch the blind bands there. Ophelia Predator Scout Rally coming out almost the same. I think Tempest was blind bandits at a rally last game. This time around, though, we have the rally. Everything else the same, though. Lodestone, Parasite, Engineer, Wretched Hag, Plague Rider, and Andromeda is what our lock pool looks like. So a little interesting there at the end, at least. But again, nothing too radical by any means. Monkey King, Tundra, Tempest, and Keeper. That is actually noteworthy that both Keeper and Tempest were not locked up by either team here in this locking phase. Obviously, we usually see that, especially at the top level. Not for these 2 teams, they say. We don't want to deal with those heroes. Instead, they ban both Tempest and Keeper. So I can't say I'm too disappointed by that. Although Tempest obviously is usually fun to watch and fun to cast. S2 Fox kind of agrees, nodding his head yes. Thank you. Fade Master of Arms. Going to be the 2 final bans that come out right here. Pebbles going to be the first pick for our Legion team. So Pebbles, strong first pick here. In favor of our Legion side, of course.
Yep.
When it comes down to it, now we'll look into the response for MC House. See what they want to go with.
Yeah, no. Keeper and Tempest in the pool, so it opens up a lot of options for aggressive dual lanes. We've seen Pebbles definitely opening the window for that. Really not on board. I think that Magnus is something that comes to mind that is still very present. If we picked up outside of that, yeah, there he is, right there. Outside of that, you're looking at a potential Pyromancer. Okay, Valkyrie's going to be picked up.
You know why they did that, though.
Yeah, well, it's the well, am I missing something? There's 2 reasons I can think of.
The one that I can think of. Well, one is the Magnus Valkyrie. Actually, that is old school right there.
Well, yeah, that's like an old school lane combination.
The other one is the player name over there.
Yeah.
The one that happens to have the same
I know,
color.
One Love. He's the tribute back to the raccoon.
Yeah.
That was a video I just saw. I think I brought it up before. But I just saw it like years later than everyone else. So I think I missed the initial impact of it. Having trouble actually getting in.
I think it was a Ventcast that we did of at that time. He happened to be ringing. I believe it was for Fnatic way back in the day. When earlier on in their stage, before they even had Era and Hani, was the old school crew. So. With Fresh Pro and whatnot, but he happened to be ringing for them, and I think it was a Ventcast, and all of a sudden he just starts, shouting, "Get the raccoon! Get the raccoon!"
It's like, what raccoon? It's a Valkyrie.
It
was a legendary Valk skin, clearly not riding on anything remotely resembling a raccoon. But
with this action and everything, it just made for great TV, basically.
So One Love still with the Han scene apparently, and still loving that Valkyrie here.
Hey,
it's time playing the Valk instead of hunting the Valk.
Yeah, exactly. It's small times like that, it definitely can stick. There's just moments like that I've stuck around in any scene, especially the Han scene. So
yeah,
it's fun to look back at. But so that's gonna be fun seeing him playing the Valkyrie here, I'm sure. But moving along here with the picks, Nomad Torturer coming out here from our Legion side. So
as I say, Torturer and Pyromancer are still available, which would have been great sports to pair with something like a Magnus if they're not looking at grabbing it. But there's also an Engineer out of the pool. Gonna go with the Behemoth. This is a very, very traditional lineup, man. Valk, Mag. That is something we would have seen like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
In the prime meta game of those days, and that's going to be fun to watch.
It really is. It is very, very old school here. So, you know, you get the Hag and Plague Rider on top of that, and you got you know, your initial game there. So
throw in the old school engineer turret, and you're good to go.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's not bring that back. Parasite is the first pick out of that lock pool there.
Or Andromeda could work too. They could do Andromeda Hag or something like that, and it would also work for old school lineups. So.
Yeah. Very true, very true. We'll see. You know, we have seen whether it's going to be Magnus or Behemoth and more of that farming role. I'm kind of curious here, depending on how they ultimately lane things. How they finish up.
Behemoth's a hero that I feel fell off the scene undeservingly too, especially near the later parts of Han Tour and how the metagame progressed. A lot of early game fast pushes. I felt like he would have been something that going Wretched Hack Engineer. So. Not going as much for the throwback, going for the smart lanes instead, which I can't blame them
That
for.
is so plenty of AoE synergy.
Yeah, they have tons of AoE synergy. This is an incredible lineup there. Mag Engineer, just very fearsome dual lane. Other than that, they have the Behemoth Valk. Behemoth being more of a secondary support to a farming Valkyrie and a Wretched Hag left on her own to farm.
Yeah.
The question is, will they actually send that Behemoth Valk to the short lane or the long lane? Behemoth is a hero that in the past was known for his ability to, even against tri-lanes, protect his safe lane carry, or his, his carry, a dual lane carry, say. He's laned with something like a Valk or a CD or something back in the day. Going up against a tri-lane, he'd always keep that carry safe because of his fissure being able to stop all of their approach. So will they actually send it more aggressively here and let the Hag solo the safe lane instead of throwing over the Wolves in the suicide lane?
Yeah. It's going to be fun to see here what our Hellborn team, in this case, Mooing Cow's House, decides to do with their lineup ultimately. Parasite going to be the last one loading in there, and here we go. Looks like game number 2 is ready to commence. Again, Hellborn side is up 1-0 currently, leading into the second game. So this time around for our Legion side, I mean, it's a different early game approach, but you know, looking at it, they're still going to look to shine early game, I would think. They got a pretty damn aggressive lineup here. From your Pebbles, Parasite, Torture, Lodestone, and you can throw a Nomad on top of that. He could put out some good earlier on burst damage himself with that Mirage Strike and True Strike even. So looking forward to seeing what this Legion lineup brings to the table, and as always too, how they're going to lane some things. It looks like it's going to be the Nomad short. You got Parasite in your own jungle, Pebbles, Torture in mid. And, of course, that does leave your Lodestone going to be in that suicide role, so making sense there. Bottom lane in the meantime, you got Behemoth, Magnus, Valkyrie, and Engineer all roaming around. Oh, Nomad needs to be really careful here that he does not get caught out, and it looks like he's just going to hug his tower. So, as I say that, though, he starts heading towards the jungle, so not where you want to be right now if you're Nomad. But it looks like in the end he is going to be fine. And instead, our Hellborn team will just go around, get their wards down to 1 notch, and eventually move on. Magnus does go the hatchet here, so it is going to be Magnus to answer that question of prioritizing farm himself. So we'll probably end up seeing that Behemoth Valkyrie bottom, Engineer Magnus middle, and that leaves, of course, Wretched Hag to solo the top lane here. So, well, they might start out with the aggressive tri lane, at least go for a kill, but we'll see if they can get that on a Nomad here early on in this game or not. But obviously, it could be difficult. Granted, Behemoth gets a good Fissure Stun off. Oh, wow, they're going to just go right for the arrow right away. That was a little...
even if the arrow hit, I don't think they would be getting a kill with that. Maybe, probably not.
Yeah.
Going to have time to land a Mirage Strike between all of the chaos. So, yeah, went straight up for it. And, I wish Engineer was mid lane right here. I just don't think they need to have a try camping it. It feels like a waste to me. Especially since Magnus is going to be suffering to get any farm. And in those early waves, you give Pebbles that advantage. He gets his bottle before the other mid-hero, and he will control the lane, especially because they're the ones that have the Parasite. I don't agree with this decision.
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely thought it was going to be the Engineer going middle myself, but, you know, in the end, he is going to camp down here for now, and like you said, it's, you know, sure he might eventually adjust, but losing out on some precious time in the meantime. As far as early on goes, oh, the block on the wrong side right there again. Probably wouldn't have mattered in the end, but still. Like to at least get some more damage out as a result. But in the end, not going to get any kills, so they're both going to start roaming a little bit here. There is no vision from the Legion side when it comes to... Actually, is there any vision at all? I mean, they do have a ward of sight actually up here in the jungle. That is their only ward of sight, it looks like, that they do have placed currently. So no rune vision coming out here for either team, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Neither team having a ward of sight, any kind of vision on those runes, so it's kind of interesting there. Nomad again, the fissures start coming out, but Behemoth, I Am Fish, just not able to line up these fissures the best. And Nomad will once again make his getaway, so going to be fine. Parasite finding himself a couple of friends right here. Just going to say hello, and Engineer will rudely shoot him as a response. But Parasite going to be fine, of course. And instead, they'll protect the 2-minute rune bottom, which happens to be the refreshment. That top rune is Invis. See if they can maybe make use of that. Uh-oh, Torture actually in a little bit of trouble right here. He is completely blocked in. Will this be enough for the kill? Magma setting up right there. No Engineer follow-up yet. He still has that keg stun. Finally going to come out, and it will connect for the kill. So waiting a while to use it. In the end, it is successful. Vagabond leader from Parasite. He runs on by. But I think he should be fine. Or will he? He might be in a little bit of trouble himself, actually. He needs to be careful right here. Trying to get him out. Okay, he does get out right there, but not going to dive any further. So the roaming Behemoth Engineer, it does actually come through in the end.
Does.
You get a kill out of it, so a lot of chase happening.
Torture
there.
out of position, yeah. Parasite, not even really get active yet. Magmus is, you know, that's the thing about Magmus mid, though. He is pretty hard to kill, so yeah, they had the Pebbles Torture there and a potential Parasite that could have gotten active, but it's pretty easy for him to slip away from any early game attempts.
Oh.
Nomad being caught out here. Be careful, Behemoth has been a terrible spot.
Gek wasn't the best placement, though. And there is blocked in completely. Look at this. He cannot get out the arrow. Oh! It did make him run back.
Matter.
Yeah. That would have been pretty sick if the arrow actually. That was a pretty good attempt by One Love. But if anything, it did force him to run back as he saw it coming, I'm sure. And, well, guaranteed death despite not even hitting him, so. Yeah, I mean, the roaming Behemoth Engineer, it's setting up kills, and obviously that's the goal of it in the end, so it might not be the prettiest necessarily, but it is accomplishing kills for their team, and you can be happy with that. Valkyrie is able to free farm in the meantime. We're at the bottom lane. Magnus, not so much. He did get the assist early on, but as far as creep score is concerned, he definitely is not looking the best right now, so he is hoping to improve. How's the top lane bit going, though? Wretched Hag, 18-9 compared to your 5-1 Lodestone. So Wretched Hag absolutely dominating the top lane. I don't think we can be too surprised by that, but Lodestone, he has no regen on him currently, and you already got a bottle and still regen on Wretched Hag.
Yeah,
here.
Lodestone normally does pretty decently just due to his ability to sustain early harass. I'm not sure if he got any pulled regen, though, and if he didn't get any pulled regen, going up against a Wretched Hag, it would just be an absolute massacre with the early haunt harass, which I'm actually beginning to suspect that may have been the case.
Yeah. Oh! Pebbles trying to get the stun on the Magnus right there. He initially used the Steam Bath to kind of destroy them a little bit, and then he actually ended up lava surging at the same time Stalagmites came out, so he was able to avoid any stuns right there. And then he runs back in with the Invis. I don't think there are going to be any kills set up necessarily, but he's just going to leech experience as best as he can. And actually going to run towards the bottom lane because right now Torture and Parasite, they are being collapsed on. Behemoth and Engineer trying to find that angle. Will they be able to get it? The Rev 4 that is their own, so not the biggest deal. Magnus coming in. Oh, they do find Torture by Nomad. Also here, Minotaur going to be taken over by Parasite. Torture being locked out completely. There comes a Fissure Stun, and down goes Torture. He says, kiss my ass indeed. Magnus Lava Surge up in 3 seconds. He should be fine here. I don't see any kills happening here. Parasite going to throw a stun out at least, but actually Parasite maybe hanging around a little bit too long there. Valkyrie is nearby, has that arrow. The arrow will connect. A 3.8 second arrow coming to the Parasite. The kicks on top of the turret. There's the Fissure Stun. And the final lot of attack from Zvor's playing that Magnus to guarantee the kill. Now Nomad's being chased, but I think he will actually make his getaway. So it just continues here in favor of the Hellborn team.
Yeah, they established that lane control bottom, and since that Nomad has just not even been able to touch the creeps. I mean, you hear that normally, especially with that buff they made to the Wanderer where it works, you know, on the creeps now as well. Yeah. It's really easy to pick up farm, just being completely boxed out and not able to do anything about it now. Level 4, 80 gold per minute. All the lanes going very unfavorably. This does fall back on more of a skill differential, I think, between the two teams. Some of the lanes could have worked out for the Legion side. They just didn't get active enough. And
yeah, again, especially with an event like this, early on rounds, teams appropriately signing up to have fun with it, if anything, get some experience. But clearly this is a case of one team just simply being better.
It's a massacre.
And, nothing wrong with that, but it does happen, obviously, quite often. So 6.5 minutes in, and I think I just said it best myself. It is a massacre here. right now in favor of the Hellborn team. Wretched coming back up at the top. He's going to take a head smash. He has a haste turn, though. He's kind of toying with Loso right here. He's going to dive. Yes, he has Bat Blast coming out. The Haunt's already been applied. The final couple of auto attacks. There's a Sono Scream, and he lets the Haunt just take him down as if he just taunted him right there. So, Don Migaloso.
Don Migaloso.
Don Migaloso. You got to say it like that.
I don't know.
See, it's the Emperor way.
Don, yeah.
Juan Migaloso. I don't know.
He's turned out. You know, this team, this group of players too, they've had some decent results lately in the previous tourneys as well, and so the side tourneys have been going on. So
they were FGTS, right?
That's what I keep thinking, and I don't want to say, but I'm pretty sure they were rocking the attack before. Either way,
maybe.
Yeah, I want to say they were. Because one level was I don't remember, and we were.
I believe so, yeah. I think we even cast in the last one, like we jumped.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say that they're not rocking it now, but I'm pretty sure they were. Either way, under a different banner now, and clearly performing.
Uh-oh, call the bucket. Ooh, he is going to sidestep the arrow. Might not matter, though. No, it will not. The ref ward is put down just in case he used the Mirage Strike, as he did right there. And sure enough, it does guarantee the kill, so the onslaught will continue right now for the Hellborn team, and you know, unlike last game, the Legion team, you know, they don't really have that fallback of, you know, maybe group up, get that good team fight, use your AoE synergy, and win from there, and maybe come back. But this was a team built around, once again, a very early on aggressive play, and the fact that they're down 7-0, 5,000 gold, 3,000 experience is not helping things. Ooh, the finish on block. It does wall off Torture. It doesn't actually stun him though. I think he's going to be fine. Or will they? Magnus still going to stutter stepping a little bit right there, and actually he is going to need to fall back. Actually, I think that was the net that caught him and forced him to fall back in the end. So no more kills going to be happening right there. But if anything, the Hellborn team, they're the ones that are continuing to play very aggressive right here and make some kills happen. They have a pause coming out, but 8.5 minutes coming in right now. It's definitely looking like a very, very solid game in favor of the Hellborn team here. As far as already looking, holy crap! By the way, I think One Love is doing a little bit of trolling here. Not only going the Valkyrie, but Gnome's Wisdom.
Yeah, no, that is 100% troll.
I mean, he did get the Ring of Teacher early.
It's a team support item. He had the Ring of Teacher. It's not like he's gonna have mana to spam now. Sure.
Use that call the Valkyrie.
Yeah. Now, if you want to see a farming steroid on something like a Valk, normally you'd maybe even see a Light Brand. If you don't want to go for that,
true, yeah.
you know, Light Brand is an addition that Searing Light is a pretty fantastic item for her. If you want that little bit of extra damage and presence early on while having a farming star. Used to see Valks go on. I was never too big of a fan of it, but the Nullstone route, because it didn't give Valk the damage or the presence, and it took a while to actually get going. Light Brand is something you can get pretty early and combine it, you know, get that farming started right away, and then combine it into a Searing Light, and then maybe get damage items or utility items from there as well. So it gives her another path, but. Yeah, going the good old bootless Gnome's Wisdom 4 Totems Blightstones route.
Classic. This is
to be honest, they have a 5,000 surplus of gold. It still does provide him something, so even at that point, you could, in a real game, he'd still be in an okay spot if they had this much of a lead.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he's not useless.
I don't know if it was a fake game, but yeah, exactly. It's not
like
useless. It's just, no, it's not an optimal item build.
Yeah, it's not your... What am I saying? Codex useless?
But, you know, you have that surplus of gold. You're dominating the game in other ways, and I don't think you're too concerned at this point. They're just trying to have a good time with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was talking about earlier for both teams. You know, if it's on the opposite side of the spectrum for the Legion side, you know, just do your best to, as you always like to say, when it clearly is an outmatch case and you're earlier on in a tournament, you get teams that are just looking to get experience in the first place. You know, look back at that, watch the cast, maybe later on, go back to the replay. Learn from your play and, you know, get better over time. That is the point of it once again when it's all said and done. So we'll see moving ahead in this game, though, as we are 9 minutes in right now, how much more the Legion team can take and whether or not they will maybe get a little bit of that comeback potential. Nomad's going to take a 4.5-second arrow right here. The turret comes out. Behemoth shows up to the party. No finish not even necessary. He, in the meantime, was trying to cut off Torture over here. The stop it will connect. He has to finish on the Kex and also hits. He still has a finish. He wants it for the kill, damn it. And One Love, though, will actually end up getting credit for the kill. Double tap for him. Again, it just continues, and you gotta be eyeing that 15-minute mark once again, unfortunately, as far as another very quick game. Pebbles tried to combo Magnus there, it almost looked like, as I caught the tail end of that, but just happened to miss him. So unable to do so. But, you know, with that said, just to be clear, you know, with this being, it looks like on track to be a fairly quicker game once again. We'll probably take a short break, but we should come back with another series here from the first round. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense to now break and wait an hour and a half for
we'll
the next
see
round.
what we can find out there.
I'm sure there will be another series to jump into and see how it's going on. But we're now going to at least finish up this one here. Boots finally picked up by Valkyrie. Does follow up the Gnome's Wisdom with Steam Boots. Nothing wrong with that. Of course, as far as the option goes. I would love to start seeing Behemoth more, though, man. Speaking of seeing him in this game, but not that this is going to start a trend by any means. But
yeah, I always thought it was Behemoth at a point where he wasn't very popular or being picked up that often.
Yeah. Took
that nerf to, I mean, they did revert it a little bit, though. He took that nerf to his fissure where he was able to block a little bit less duration. See, honestly, in playing him recently a lot, and, fake happening.
Kill.
They needed something. He's going in with his ultimate.
Going to be stopped right there by Parasite, and actually might be some trouble. No, he gets Steam Bath off. Pebbles does have a chuck. Of course, can't use it if he can't see the 5-second arrow going to connect to the face. The chain reactions that will stop Magma. Still the stop gunner from Behemoth, and they will finally get the kill on the Pebbles. But now Nova is chasing Justice by the back of Lowstone with the Shadow Star. Boom goes the Dynamite. Valkyrie needs to be careful. She doesn't have lead for 26 seconds, and one Love the Raccoon will fall right there. 11 minutes into this game, so our Legion team, they do get something here. Finally making some kills.
This game's definitely a winnable spot still. When you're looking at Gnome's Wisdom pick up there and some, you know, maybe just more trolly approach to this game, losing a team fight like that is pretty crippling.
Yeah. Can perhaps hurt your chances. So.
Fighting back, and Nomad, his farm almost doubled. He's almost at 140 gold per minute now. Hey.
He's up there.
Yep.
He's a threat now.
So has that Boots Vestments combination. Another quick pick off on Dazor, so he took 2 quick deaths. His farm dipping quite a bit as well, only at 180 now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he never wasn't really getting the creep farm, but at least getting involved in kills. But 2 deaths, as he said, back-to-back, and slowing that type of farm that he was having going at least. Behemoth in the meantime diving towards right here. The Fisher Stun, it does actually stun. God, the range of that is ridiculous. As far as the width of it, it does actually stun it, sure enough. Torturer will fall there in the end. So, 4 heroes collapse right here, and it looks like our Hellborn team getting back together as far as collapsing. Oh, the 5-second arrow connects to Parasite. Sandstorm's going to be used to root style right there, but it still will not save Parasite in the end. Nomad now, he's trying to get away, but again, the fissure block still landing. He does get his ultimate off right there with the edge counter, but doesn't matter. Double tap for Wretched Hag. The Minotaur trying to help the Legion team a little bit right there, but eventually falls, and now we're probably going to see this bottom tower being taken out. Lowstone hanging out nearby. He needs to be careful about getting dived on himself, but he's going to maybe try to set up a little bit of a defense here and get something going. Wretched Hag. Hag's going to fall. Oh, no, the streak stops right there. And actually some bonus gold for Pebbles, a hero that, if any, you definitely wanted on here for the Legion team. So maybe he can get that portal key now. At least Iron is still 1,000 gold only saved up. So, and he actually still needs to finish his Steam Boots, which it looks like he'll possibly do here. Oh, at this rate, maybe he'll just go straight for that portal key, knowing their chances aren't the best right now, but we'll see. We'll see what they end up having to do. There you go, the Steam Boots and the Mystic Vestments even. So he's just really having the build-up items go. Not going to go all in for that portal key necessarily, at least just yet. And port to the middle lane and continue to farm over there. Nomad still trying to recover. He mentioned doubling his GPM earlier. Oh, dodging the arrow right there. But he is going to get away just fine. Yeah, Waka here playing the Nomad. Can't find any opportunity, unfortunately.
Well, he's going to that bottom lane, and they keep applying enough pressure right now. Valkyrie pretty much sitting on infinite expandability as well with that Steam Boots Gnome's Wisdom combination. Doesn't really have the health pool to sustain the harass if he comes up to try to farm the wave.
Call the Valkyrie, just going to continue farming himself. Valkyrie does continue to be the best farmer in the game, 380 gold per minute. Wretched Hag stepped up also very nicely, 235 GPM. Of course, he's having a great time at the top lane. And it's showing there. Pebbles, though, climbing slowly but surely. 265 GPM himself. As is that the bomb tower? Yeah, bomb tower gets nabbed, but actually, no, might be some trouble. Face second to be on Behemoth right there in the meantime. Ultimate coming out from Valkyrie. Big in the Invis on Parasite. He'll be stomped on. The shockwave was used by Behemoth to guarantee the kill. The stop. Oh, it actually gets stopped right there by the edge cutter. The Magnus that also missing Raw Strike. They have a wood Raptor. They can still see him. And finally, Waka will be destroyed, doing his best at Juke and Jive. Not enough in the end, though. Pebbles finds Behemoth, takes him out, but Lodestone is not going to be the same story. Yeah, the Magnus completely whiffs.
Completely whiffing.
Nice sidestepping, I guess. Oh, and actually, is he actually going to get away? Stalagmite's going to be as they grip the moment. Pebbles will get the kill to Valkyrie. Double tap coming out. Lodestone finally gets caught by Magnus out to the side. He finally will fall, but not ending the way the Hellpoint team was looking for right there. At least giving some hope now to the Legion team once again, as far as their chances are concerned. So, oh, an engineer actually. Yep, he's in trouble. Oh, maybe not. Stalagmite's completely whiffing. Doesn't matter, though. All right, so he will eventually fall in the end. And, well, we're looking at a 16-9 hero kill game, so at least we're getting some good action here when it comes down to it. As, Torture being locked down while we're out of attack. Oh, can he actually get to him? I don't know if he can. Pitcher stun in 8 seconds, eating through the trees. Torture, chuking and chiving. He doesn't have enough for a stun himself. Nomad going to try to help him out with the Sandstorm as well.
Fisher, yep. He's going to be fine.
Does get hit.
Not the Nomad. The Behemoth's fine, that is.
Actually, Behemoth might. Nope, he's not in trouble. You go right through Behemoth.
Yeah, Tord tried to juke around. Of course, even that Word of Revelation giving Behemoth vision of him for a second there. And it's limited vision.
All right, so again, a fighting chance here for our Legion team. As far as they're concerned, we're now 16 minutes into this game, and Pebbles is getting very close now to the portal key. He's also level 11. He's actually been leveling up very nice here. He's 5-2-2, so doing quite a bit for his team and their chances. Buying some kind of window for Nomad to eventually recover, but still he too is just continuing to struggle, as keep going back to. So not the best for him. Valkyrie running into some illusions right here in the jungle. But going to go on through and be just fine. What is Valkyrie going next, by the way? She does have a Soul Scream ring. Is the Energizer? Okay.
There's just more for those utility items.
More of a traditional now.
Honestly, another one, even the Gnomes isn't terribly bad on her as she's sitting there and it's giving her what she needs in this early game stage. Yeah. So compare that to something like the Light Brands. It's a little bit more team support. Gives her that additional presence. Nothing's terrible, honestly, that she has right now.
Yeah.
It works.
Oh, they're trying to get this Parasite. He will come into the Minotaur. The kickstone, it does connect. Do they have enough damage is the question. I don't think they do. Actually, Pebbles jumps in. Magnus will find energy field in the background. Shockwave going to be his Nomad. The nice edge counter right there. We'll hit all four, but the Fidget's trying to finish him off. Wretched blinking in aggressively. Call the Valkyrie even going to be used, but now they need to be careful while retreating here. Lowstone, he came in with a Shadow Storm, actually. Didn't time it the best right there. And in the end, the Hellborn team is going to start going full retreat mode. You see the rocket drill. The turret's going to be placed, though, and it'll completely slow the team. 5-second arrow on a Pebbles. Wouldn't dare go in, however. So, a decent hold there by our Legion side in the meantime. And they do get the Hellborn team to fall back at least. But Pebbles, again, just keep on that. He's 200 gold away now from that portal key. And yet again, I'm sure that will make some good use here. For their side, but will it be enough is the question. And Wretched Hag, she's actually 2,400 gold saved up, so she too is going to be, looks like
Portal
a,
key.
Yeah, Portal Key Hag.
No, for Pebbles.
Okay.
He hit 21.
That makes more sense.
Yep. And I was going to say last fight, if they actually had something to pursue a little bit better. I like that Portal Key, maybe they could make something happen. Lodestone, hasted, going to go towards Magmus. Doesn't really have the strength to fight him down, though. Magmus already has his Portal Key, so it's going to farm the wave instead.
Yeah, just fall back. But yeah, Wretched Hag of the Hellflower is most certainly going to be coming up here for Don Migloso. We were going over earlier how to pronounce it. Word Revelation going to be countered here by Sadu Support. Oh, nice edge counter actually coming out right there, and yes, they will take out Hag on Behemoth. Great response from the Legion team, and it did feel just at the outskirts. Magnus, a beautiful line stun though, hits all three. Falls, Nomad does fall. Pebbles, he's going to be next in line. The kickstone doesn't hit, actually, but the auto attack to finish him off. And Torture will also go down. So a hat trick coming out for One Love right there. Playing the Valkyrie. And Well, this is just a fun game, man.
Yeah, that Nomad, he's still at 100. He just keeps getting beaten down every fight. He's trying to get active. He's trying to make things happen. He might pick up a kill here and there, an assist, but he's just falling every encounter. 7 deaths right now in 19 minutes. Which is normally a pretty slippery hero. So yeah, they're dragging this game out a bit longer. I've got to imagine they know that they're in a pretty rough spot right now. Probably just have more fun with the game than anything. Trying to go damn on him. Lowstone activating his Shatter Storm.
This could be good. Engineer at least might be in some trouble. No, he's going to be fine. Turret goes down right there. Valkyrie going to leap away. Magnus with the initial stun really stopped him. Lowstone falls, and now the chase continuing on to Parasite. Oh, that bat blast, that Thunder Scream. Yes, and we'll get the kill. Lava Surge coming out as well. And the arrow splits the uprights right there. It could have been either one, and both of them go the correct directions of away from each other, and sure enough, they do avoid getting hit. So not able to connect for another kill in the end, but obviously plenty of damage done right there. They get more hero kills. The outer towers are being destroyed. Valkyrie Prism going to be used. They're trying to kink Pebbles here at the bottom lane, but he is not pushing. And instead, Valkyrie will farm it up a little bit. She has the Astrolabe now, too. Full utility Valkyrie here is what we're seeing. Not going any bit of carry. They're relying on Wretched Hag for that more of a carry build, of course, which is just fine by all means. She does finish the Hellflower here, but Astrolabe, Energizer, Gnome's Wisdom picked up a 1-love play with Valkyrie. That's not something I would have expected to see. Like Valkyrie. He does have an arrow up right here. Not going to be necessary, actually, just will be enough to guarantee the kill right there. As Magnus using the portal key to catch Torture out of position at least.
Yeah.
And guarantee it.
He's made it at this point. He's just going for fun, low-price utility items. I mean, he got the Astrolabe, he has the Energizer, he has the Gnome's Wisdom.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's next? Tablet?
But look at him. Even with those items, he's getting healing back whenever he uses his spells. He has the Astrolabe. He has technically an effective 1,700+ health with all of that. And, you know, really good mana pool. I mean, a lot of Valkyrie's damage early on comes from spells. So, yes, it's a trolley item build, but again, it works for what he's doing right now. He has an advantage on the team. Honestly, his 100 damage to that Legion team is just terrifying.
Yeah.
Honestly, just because they're all so underfarmed and undernourished, so to speak. So it doesn't even matter what he builds is the point I'm trying to make right now. It's and it is providing a benefit. Okay, now that's dumb.
Now that's not.
Yeah. The first 3 I can make a case for, the Shaman's Headdress, now what is ultimately going to be a Barrier Idol, is just, this is truly hardcore support Valk. He's getting all the support items for the team.
Yeah, I guess.
Every single one in the game, he just needs.
That's good.
He's going to get Storm Spirit next.
Yeah.
And now the cool thing.
No, Nomad's actually caught out here. 5-second arrow won't connect. He's going to be guaranteed dead right there. Can't get it off the edge. Pebbles jumped in. Going to make something out. Shadow Storm. Beautiful Shadow Storm going to be going off right here. But the energy field already placed out. Magnus comes in with a counter eruption, and the Legion team just melts away. An absolute genocide right there. A 5-for-0 exchange, and I think they've had enough here.
That was the thing.
That was the killing point. Okay, I think it's good. I think we're good. So they had their fun, I'm sure, and again, if anything, learned from it. But game number 2, it does go here to the Hellborn side, which happened to be, I'm blanking on their name now. I don't even know anymore. Farmaroso. Oh wait, no, that was the lead side. Yeah, Moving Cow's House. That's right.
Formerly FTGS Alpha.
There you go. Are you sure?
I'm just going to say I'm sure.
We're sure on that.
I'm going to say I'm sure.
So there you go. Victory for them. It definitely having some fun there. Again, got to see the Valkyrie play by 1-love and go on a very interesting build, to say the least. But, again, clearly a case of one team just simply better than the other, especially earlier on in these rounds. It does happen.
Better than Frostburn.
Exactly.
All
right, as we talked about, though, again, you know, with this still being fairly early on at 1:30 here, so the next round is set to start for another hour and a half even. We're going to actually take a short little break right here, but we'll try to find another match here that's still going on from the first round to jump into. So rather than, you know, babbling on and trying to find that match, we'll just take a short break, and then we'll have that for you guys. So anything else from you, Epper?
Nope, pretty much covered it, Bricky.
All right,
let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Honcast.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll have another first-round matchup going up here just shortly. Going to jump into one and see what we're dealing with.